So this is what a good Tony Pena knot looks like. So if you don't know what a good Tony Pena knot looks like, this is what it looks like. You can see here some important observations if you want to learn how to do this knot. And you can see that both of the tag ends, they run out at the same spot. So you have one tag end there associated with a nylon line and another one with the braid. And they run out at the same spot, almost the same spot. That would not be the case if you've done it the wrong way. I will show you how you do the Tony Pena knot in the good way, in the bad way. Because the Tony Pena knot has some good advantages of tying together a monofilament line with a braided line. For example, this knot runs better through your guides than the Albright knot. It doesn't get stuck as much, and that's because this side up here doesn't get stuck as easily in your guides. This is the motivation by a lot of fishermen for not using the Albright knot. They want to use the Tony Pena knot because it runs more easily through the guides. Here you see how even the knot is on the side towards the shock leader, if you tied it the right way. Now when you make the Tony Pena knot, all you need to do is to place your lines parallel, and then you make a double overhand loop 1, 2 times with your leader. This is going to be your stopper knot, and as I start pulling this one down, you can see it's going to form a figure 8 here. And this figure 8 formation is very important, because unless it forms this figure 8, you won't have a stopper knot at the end of your Tony Pena knot. This is the little stopper knot that makes the braided line not slip. So here you see the figure 8 forming. At the point when you have it tight like this, you just need to pull it down maximum, as much as you can, even though when you really tie it down, you will make it even more compact than this. So about as tight as this is what you want your starting positions to look like. The next part of the Tony Pena knot is very easy. You just take your index finger and you lay it out like this so that you open up a little space here. And then you start rotating your braided line around your monofilament line. The number of turns that you rotate it, that will depend on how thick the lines are. Generally, if you have a thicker line, you don't need as many turns as if you have a thinner line. But I'm rotating it 1, 2, 3, 6, and 7 times here. After 7 turns, I change the positions of my fingers. So after 7 turns, I change the positions of my fingers and I grab on to the opposite side, down here. And now I'm going to do 7 turns in the other direction. 2, 6, and 7. Now some of you may wonder, why is it so important that you get 7 turns on the one way and 7 turns on the returning way? Well, that's exactly why I'm showing you this. This is the good way of doing this knot. Because when you tie down the knot very hard, then if you make an uneven number of turns, the distribution of the force along your nylon line will not be even along the nylon line. Now, you have this little space here. This is where your braided line is going to go in when you finish the knot. Right there. So this is how you lock your braided line. Now you can see I can roll out this, and you see this even braid, what it looks like. If I start pulling now on both sides of my braided line, on the knot side here, then the entire knot is coming down in an even fashion. If you pull quick on this one now, then you will make it the bad way. So let's start with that. I pull quick. You can see how the turns are folding over. And then I pull hard. And you see that as I did this, I lost the braiding. So it's only one turn here that comes down and gets locked in next to the nylon knot. And it's all because I did it too quickly. So essentially it's just a number of wraps that goes up to my left hand, up here, and then one wrap down. And that's not how you want your Tonia Penny knot, because you are not loading the force evenly onto the nylon line. So I will fast forward here and I will do the same thing the right way so you can see the difference. But you see here now, it's only one turn on the returning way. Although I put them out, several of them, 7-7, it became 7-1 in low distribution here. 3, 4, and 7. I only need to stick the tag end of the braid into the hole there. And what I want to do now is that I want to make sure that this entire braid section settles on top of the knot that I made in the beginning without unraveling itself when I'm pulling. And here you can see now how the properly tied pannier knot came out. And you can see that the turns returning back, they come back in an even fashion as they launched out in that direction. So I twisted it up along the leader and I twisted it back. Now this is in difference to the previous way I showed you, where you only had one twist coming back. So this is how a properly tied Tonia Penny knot looks. Now you may want to get rid of the sticking out tags. That you can do in this way.